Hello, I'm Fields Moseley, broadcast journalist and board member of Intermountain Therapy Animals of Salt Lake City, Utah. To paraphrase Bill Moyers, every now and then an idea comes along that pierces the mundane to reveal the marvelous. I'm here to share with you one of those ideas. In January of 2000, Intermountain Therapy Animals brought dogs into a Salt Lake City elementary school as reading companions for children. Dogs, you're asking? How could I be serious about that? How can dogs really help? They can't read. No, they can't. But they are great listeners, and that's just one of their many natural abilities.
That's what she says all the time.
When animals participate in therapy, great things happen. We see it over and over again in healthcare settings. Patients relax and focus better, their blood pressure drops, and they work harder and longer on their goals because they're having fun. Animals are a great catalyst for sparking the desire to heal. So why not bring the benefits of animal interaction to children struggling with reading? A relaxed, fun environment would surely help readers as much as it helps medical patients. Our idea evolved into the literacy program that we call Reading Education Assistance Dogs, known as R.E.A.D for short. R.E.A.D brings the benefits of animal interaction to a wide range of children, many struggling with reading and some facing emotional, social, and developmental challenges that hinder their reading progress. The R.E.A.D program offers a creative approach to overcoming these obstacles. From the moment it was introduced, the R.E.A.D program has attracted national media attention, with stories appearing in magazines, newspapers, and network newscasts. And the accolades continue to pour in. At Benyon Elementary School in Salt Lake City, attendance has proven to be higher on R.E.A.D days because kids don't want to miss their chance to read with the dogs. Here's what a typical after-school session is like, from reading specialist Lance Girton.
Normally we'll have about 3 kids reading with the dogs, and then I'll have 4 or 5 at the table. And I try to get different age groups in there as well. So we try to get each child at least 20 minutes with the dogs. We try to get children that are below grade level on their reading. But then we also try to get children that may be having some behavioral issues that we could support. They really feel like they're a part of a group rather than getting remedial help with their reading. They're excited about coming to the programs. They're talking to me all week long about coming to the program. It's easy to become anonymous in the classroom, and that's one of the great things about the dog read program is they have one-on-one time with somebody who can really show that they're interested in their growth as a person and as a reader. They're not just reading for a grade, they're reading for a person. Because of the demeanor of the dog, they're often very much more relaxed than they would be in their normal classrooms.
It creates a safe, warm environment where the kids are petting the dog, petting Maggie, and feeling comfortable with her. Maggie never laughs at mistakes. They want to explain things to Maggie and make sure she understands the story. It creates an environment where kids get to experience the joy of books.
And so we're trying to not only bring up their reading levels, but also to increase their confidence with literature and opening up that whole world of literature to them. It's hearing the children talk about the books that they read. They're actually talking about the meaning behind the books, the lessons in them. And a lot of children have difficulty with expressing themselves and their ideas. They always want to give what the teacher wants to hear. And by just being able to have a more relaxed conversation about the literature that they're reading, it gives them an opportunity to express themselves and develop their communication skills.
Okay, and Kiyoshi, now he wants to know, is Lord Voldemort scary, or is he a good guy or a bad guy?
He's a bad guy.
He is a bad guy, Kiyoshi.
Bad guy, and he's scary.
Okay.
Kiyoshi was a good listener, and I really liked it when Kiyoshi was kind of like wondering about the things in my book. He feels kind of good like when children read to him, and it makes the children feel good too.
And often you'll see the children rubbing or touching. It's just a very soothing thing.
I've gotten better at my spelling and sounding out and reading.
The improvement that was being made, the difference in self-esteem, the difference in, especially in a school environment where other children would look upon this child as special because they had a R.E.A.D dog, and the confidence it gave. I think that's the biggest thing, the confidence it gave, having an animal to read to.
Some of the benefits we didn't expect were improved attendance and improved hygiene. The kids did better in subjects like math and science. The kids become comfortable reading out loud. They've practiced reading out loud to Maggie, and when the teacher calls on them at school, they're not so intimidated by it because they've practiced with the animals.
By now, you should be convinced of the positive side of inviting animals into schools. Let's take a moment to address some common concerns, though. First, know that animals visiting schools aren't the usual neighborhood dog. Therapy teams are a breed apart. A team is made up of a handler working as a volunteer with her or his own pet. Teams are professionally screened, trained, and tested for animal-assisted therapy. Each animal possesses the skills and temperament to be obedient, well-mannered, and comfortable with children. Each animal is prepared with anti-dander, anti-allergen treatment prior to interaction with the public. Teams wear identifying shirts, bandanas, and badges, and every team is insured for liability, which puts all minds at ease. Handlers receive training on working in a school environment. They learn about working effectively as part of a teaching team and using school staff as a resource. A READ program might be just the thing to spark increased interest in reading among your students. It's a creative way to transform the sometimes mundane task of reading aloud into a marvelous experience for everyone involved. It's time for me to wrap this up and hand it over to the people bringing you this presentation. They have a lot more information and are ready to discuss the possibility of starting a READ program at your school. You can also contact Intermountain Therapy Animals online or by phone. For Intermountain Therapy Animals, I'm Fields Moseley. Happy reading.
Intermountain Therapy Animals thanks American Express, a generous supporter of our READ program.